we're in contact with your team.
Alright, getting the chat up right now, guys. Alright, we should have chat up. Hello everyone, good evening. Hello Laura, that's the first chat that I can see. So we are at Union and Brundage, and there's this lady that the sergeant is talking to is suspected of possibly being drunk or under influence. Was flagged a tech unit right there. There are two men right there. What, two women tech unit. There's two females there. Hello, Carla. We got a track.
615 from Mount Vernon and Christmas Street.
Where's it at?
It'll be a silver Chevrolet Malibu. Additional traffic unit for the 901 T Eden and Cardinal.
Oh, Eaton and Cardinal. That's up on the hill. It's in a neighborhood. Hello, Sandra. Daryl, Kathy, Carla over on YouTube.
Metro 5. Metro 5.
We are on scene.
Metro 5, road code 4, negative on 459, possibly 918 subject.
Alright, so that break-in
Copy, code 4, negative on 459, possibly
subjects came in and made threads. That's a 918, not all their subjects.
412, copy.
So this call right here is a possible Sam Robert 2 is Silver Malibu. Okay, so the possible drunk, under influence of something situation. Tech units were driving by and got flagged down. Eaton and Cardinal, that's up on the hill by BC. That's a long drive, guys. So I don't know if we'll be able to.
Available traffic units, channel 1. Code 4, negative on 459. Copy the loss.
Left 45 units at the time. We'll go ahead and transport ourselves. 615. It'll be later in the
Complaint of pain on the hill. So the patrol units are showing up. This is a sergeant, and he's a special unit sergeant. So he was just in the area, so he stopped by until the patrol units can get here, and they can handle this investigation.
Shelter broadcasting DUI driver, pump service 1411 Lake Street. 2 subjects occupying a green Altima, both appear to be impaired. Shelter broadcasting DUI driver, 1411 Lake Street. 2 subjects occupying a green Altima.
So first patrol unit just arrived on scene. So I just turned on his camera, his body cam. Daryl Fuller. It's a complaint of pain up there on Cardinal. So it's basically a 2T. We're not gonna rush up there, for it's not gonna be that big of a call up there. But yes, thank you for letting me know.
Shelter broadcasting 505 driver in the air, 24th and Elm Street. Vehicle's a gray pickup two-door 69014 Robert 1, swerving westing northbound. Control 2 broadcasting 505 driver in the air, 24th Street and Elm. Vehicle's a gray pickup two-door 69014 Robert 1, swerving northbound.
There's a DUI driver out there on the roadway from Lake Street. So we gotta watch out for a green Altima. It's out on the streets. So they just canceled medical aid. Oh, Stacy on the YouTube side. Welcome. Carrie, welcome. The tech units were flagged down. Possible drunk person or under influence of some sort. So they called patrol units to come handle. The sergeant got here first. He was in the area, so he was kind of holding the fort down until a patrol could get here to check on this lady. So it's kind of a drunk in public or under the influence of something, like drugs wise in public. So what he's saying right now is basically telling her, look, if you got any needles, you got any knives stashed, that don't have a sheath and whatnot, anything that's gonna poke or stick me, just tell me. I don't want to get stuck. That's what that conversation was. That was just be honest, just tell me. Don't let me get poked and then be like, oh, there it is. Just be honest. Razor blades in your pockets, all that kind of stuff. That's what that conversation was. Thank you. Lou Barrientos Rangel, thank you so much for sharing to your groups. So honestly, I don't recall seeing that sergeant before. He's a sergeant, so obviously he's been around for a long time, but I don't think I've ever seen him before. I don't claim to have seen every officer, but the sergeants, there's less sergeants out there, so.
That's a Cedarville apartment.
But yeah, I don't recall seeing him before. Looks like a youngster too. What's up, Brandon?
Hey,
How's it going? We are live. Say hi to the Snout family.
what's up? What's up? Well, thank you guys. The ladies here, I know them personally pretty good. Definitely that one with the hair up.
The tech ladies, yeah, I've seen
I
them.
know her pretty good. She was one of the very first ones I found out I was a fire photographer.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
There's
it
a
looks
little-
like this. It's going to go good tonight. Means
Yeah.
around here.
So the tech ladies are explaining what they saw and what happened. You know, basically how they got flagged down and, like I said, what they saw and what caused them to go ahead and call this in as a call.
Oh, I think they're going to get a second one. There's someone screaming over here. Someone's like here, and they're looking at it.
There's always screaming around here.
Oh, I know. These guys know.
They don't go
As soon as
unless
I make
they
the calls and they know they're going to get
they
something.
don't go unless they get flagged down. They're like, just ignore it until someone calls.
Yeah, pretty much. Unless they get hit.
Well, then that turns into a call.
Pretty much. You always sit here tonight, it seems like it, huh?
What's that?
I said you always sit here tonight. We keep going like this.
Oh yeah, I'll just stay here.
Yeah, I mean, otherwise, shoot.
That's where all the action will be. Good evening, everyone. So yeah, we are at the Chevron at Union and Brundage. This lady was basically kind of acting drunk and whatnot. Hey, there's a doggy. Ooh, it's a little doggies. Looks pretty clean too. Did he just pee? I think he just peed. Marked his territory. Like, this is my Chevron. All right. The techs will take off and we're back to the normal scene right here. So the officer who's still here, you know, he's got the lady in the back of his car. He doesn't need you know, like a backup or anything like that. He's just gonna. She's got some property. He's gonna put her property in the car, and they'll have to book it and all that. And then there we go. Let me roll the windows up. He did not do. She's gonna get searched downtown more thoroughly, and male officers can do a pat down for weapons, but it's not like a thorough search. There are legal ways that they can search a female, because what if you don't have a female on duty? You know, what's a police department supposed to do? So there are ways to search a female. You know, I don't want to do it, but it's just part of the job. If you were a officer, there is legal ways to do it, and then she will get more thoroughly searched down at the jail by a female. But out in the field, there's ways to do it. And they're legal, and they're not, you know, they're not illegal, and they didn't violate anybody's rights or anything like that. Hey, Wendy. Stacy on YouTube, they believe she's drunk. They put it out as 390, which is, you know, basically reference for alcohol. But I mean, I don't know if it was alcohol or drugs specifically. I think they're gonna take her, detox her downtown. So honestly, I don't think she's actually gonna get charged for a misdemeanor. I think they'll just detox her and then let her go from the jail. I think that's most likely what's gonna happen here in this scenario here. Is she'll go downtown and get detoxed 8 hours or however long it is. I'm assuming either she admitted to or she smells like alcohol or something like that. So I don't have all the information because I wasn't out there, standing next to them while they were talking to her. But so that's why I say, it could be drugs or it could be alcohol. Like, I don't know. They put it out for a 390, which means alcohol. So you hear that radio going. There's things going on. However, we got an overdose going way out on like White Lane, I think. South H. I think it's South H and White. That's a long drive, and it's an ambulance. Someone overdosing. It's not a normal call that we would go to. Other calls, the accident up on the hill by BC, that was a 2T, non-injury. They were complaining of pain. So that wasn't that bad of a call. So we're just kind of hanging out. We're staged here at the Chevron at Union and Brundage, and that kind of happened right here in front of us. So I was like, I'm gonna go live and say hi to you guys. Welcome everyone. And I want to say thank you to everybody who's been watching the videos over on YouTube. You're really boosting my YouTube up. I appreciate that. We really need to get YouTube to 1,000 followers over there. And we also got to get those watch hours up as well. So the watch hours go up if you're over there while I'm live. So that helps out too. But mostly we need 1,000 people over there. We're in the 200 range. So we got a long ways. We're not even halfway there, but we can get there. So good evening, everyone. Welcome. Hello, Tanya. Welcome to tonight's live. So I went to a fire earlier this afternoon, and I got there, and I got my camera out, and I was just shooting, trying to get footage, and it was all looking like blue, and it was all like my camera was freaking out on me, and I was like, oh, it's daytime, like the sun's up, and I was like, oh man, I gotta change all my settings. I was like, oh man, I'm a vampire shooter. Thank you, Shannon, for going over to the YouTube. Amy's over there, over on YouTube. Thank you, guys. I was like, oh crap, I'm a vampire shooter. I gotta change all my settings in my camera. The sun's still up. So it was kind of crazy. I went back and I downloaded it, and you can see like when I changed the settings, and then before, like it was kind of bluish color. So it was kind of crazy. I didn't get there in time for any flames. I got some smoke. I got some the firefighters kind of doing the thing, and I got the PG&E guy coming up to take down the power lines that had got burnt up and fell down. So I got a little side footage, but it wasn't really much. I got them, it was a trailer, okay? So it was like a trailer you would hook up to your truck, and it was an older Streamline one, I think. And it caught fire, and the guy was living in it, and the guy Unfortunately, the guy had burns to his legs. I don't know how severe they were, but I think he's going to be okay. You know, so we're obviously we're praying for him to be okay and get better from that fire. They took him in the ambulance. Fires suck and burns suck. So hopefully he'll be okay. But once the lines got where they weren't hot anymore, you know, the power lines, the firefighters went into that trailer and just started ripping out the inside, the guts. It was crazy because they knocked it down from the outside, but the power lines were right there, so they couldn't go in. They didn't know if the trailer was all charged, so they had to be careful about the power. Thank you, New Devils Gaming. Appreciate you over on the YouTube side, showing support over there. Thank you so much. So it was, you know, fires are always unfortunate. Unfortunately, someone also got burned by this fire, you know, inside of it. But I tried to get the best footage I could on that scene. So I don't know if that'll be a video or not. It wasn't I couldn't get the good shots that would be newsworthy or that the news would want. You know, there's certain shots that you gotta get, like certain angles, you know, to be worthy enough for the news to get on TV. So, and fires happen all the time, and but someone was injured in the fire, and that doesn't happen quite that often. So the news might have been interested in it, but I couldn't get good enough shots. Thank you, New Devils Gaming. This is so cool. Respect what you do, bro. Thanks, bro. Back at you. So for anyone who might be new, we try to go around getting footage of events that happen around town, and bring you the real street news to you. You know, real events that happen around town. You know, what really happens on the streets of Bakersfield. So hashtag the real streets of Bakersfield, guys. So we are also on Instagram. I've been posting on Instagram, you know, so I try to get you know, some still shots here and there, or I might do a screen grab when I'm doing the post editing. So we're just trying to expand the Black Snout media brand here and get, you know, monetized on the YouTube, so to support the page, to help, you know, with the gas and buying more radios, because I got some basic radios, but I need another radio for fire and hall ambulance channels. So, you know, just little things like that. All the support really helps out in the long run. And I'm trying to make you guys some videos. We just premiered a video, our first premiere, and our first premiere of a viewer sent in photos and video. So I call it Shelly's Fire. So unfortunately, the homeowner on that one, or the person who lived there, she lost a lot. She really did lose a lot. We are in Bakersfield, California. You know, the streets of Bakersfield. Walk the streets of Bakersfield. You know, I'm out here showing you the real streets. So, but we are so Shelly got some footage on there. I put a little video together, and we premiered that. You know, working on my editing skills and post, because a lot of this live stuff we don't do any post. You know, the video that you guys are currently watching me live, I don't go back and fix that live. You know, I don't go do any editing, or I don't mess with it. I might grab some footage to add with some other additional footage if I get photos in, or video from like my cell phone or from my other professional camera. And if I don't quite have enough footage from the professional camera, but the live got some footage ahead of time, or whatnot, I might combine some of that footage, but I don't do any post on the live, you know, these live videos that you're watching right now. So it's raw and uncut, basically. So as far as losing everything, you know, I'm talking about like I think she lost a cell phone, and like that cell phone had like pictures and things in it, you know, irreplaceable kind of stuff. Not like, you know, clothing. I mean, she lost clothing and stuff like that, but I'm talking about like that, you know, those memories basically. And definitely get renter's insurance and, you know, homeowner's insurance. Make sure all that's current, because that'll help you get, you know, the replaceable things back. But the extra sad part is obviously things that you can't replace. So fires suck. We don't wish bad things on people, but we're just here to cover the footage because people don't know these things happen, you know, out of sight, out of mind. So I'm just here to provide you the information, let you see it for real. So anyways, I'm rambling on here, guys. I'm sorry. Hey, Chris Rooney, saying hi to the Snout family, all the pups in the house. We are live on it's Thursday, right? Today's still Thursday? Yeah, it's Thursday. We're live on Thursday night. And I got listen for that call. We need a call. It's time to get going. Going on 10 o'clock. Let's go. What do we got? Man, they still have 2 units on an expanded back out in Maricopa. That was hours ago. Oh yeah, definitely, Tanya. That can't replace that. That's out of town. That's gonna be Wasco or someplace out of town. That Main Street traffic that you just heard. We're listening for something in town and close by, hopefully. Closer the better. Morro Bay, Chris, how is it out there? 1411 Lake Street. They're broadcasting that again. I thought they drove off. I mean, the call's still pending, but I thought they said they drove off. Chilly but sunny at Morro Bay. Right on. Chilly but sunny. You guys are always chilly to me. Chilly at the coast. Even during the summer, I'm cold. Still talking about Lake Street. So I got some, okay, so hey, for everyone, everyone who is here, so last night, we didn't go live, but what we did is, we were out, and I was talking to some people, and I was also kind of just staged hanging out, and trying to, you know, see if something big actually happens. And we did get the end of a pursuit that the CHP had, and we got some footage there. And I got some additional on-scene footage other than just the suspect and medical. So I got some additional on-scene footage, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and put a video together with that, and I think it'll be I'm gonna try and make something special with that extra footage that I think is gonna be kind of different and off the wall. I think you guys might like it. It depends on how good I can make it with the editing side of things. But so I got another video that I can make out of that same scene from the guy with the it was a motorcycle. It was a motorcycle. He had no helmet, no license plates. The motorcycle ended up coming back stolen, and so they were they caught the guy. He went for a short little run, and they caught him. And it was a basic scene, right? But then after that, I guess there was an accident downtown. I missed that completely because I was off the radio, and no one said, hey, there's an accident downtown. It's a serious injury, kind of accident. I didn't get word on that. I'm out here by myself, you know what I'm saying? And I wasn't live, so but anyway, so I went back on the radio, and then I heard burglaries down on California at the Wells Fargo, and then as I was going, then another call came in of a burglary to the Bank of America right down the street, like less than a block. So BPD was responding to that, and just as I was getting ready to get close to it, they had a suspect at California Easton, right where the construction for the bridge is for the east side or the west side parkway. So I pulled over right there, and I got some footage of them with the guy being searched and handcuffed and stuff like that. You can see the news coverage on that because I got the footage for them to have that story. So if you go to the 17 News's YouTube page, you can see that story. It was like 11 hours ago, or probably like maybe 14 hours ago now. So whatever one's like 14, 15 hours, that was from the morning show. So you can see my footage on the 17 News broadcast regarding that call. And it turns out the suspect is actually a suspect in some other burglaries earlier this month or a couple weeks ago or some other time. So there's definitely there was more to that story with the suspect. Obviously I don't get that information. They get the news station calls and gets that information. So you guys can see that on their YouTube channel, and then I'm gonna do my own edit, my own video on that later. When I have, because I can't do that when I'm out here right now, right? So, and I slept all morning. And then Wayside Parkway East 5. Oh wow, Tanya. Well, I'm glad you're okay, and all the kids are okay. Wow, that's scary. Tire blowout when you're on the West Side Parkway, on a freeway basically. So yeah, so I got that bank video. I gave the bank or the news cut, and they used it, so you can watch their 30-second story on that, and all that. But I will do another video with the extended version of that footage that I got. But that'll be coming either later tonight when I go home, if I go home and I'm not too tired, and I'll work on it. But I also got the other video, so I got some footage. That's basically what I was doing last night, just trying to get to where I can get on some scenes and get some footage, so I can edit some more videos for you guys. So you gotta be out here, but it wasn't a live night, so tonight's a live night. Yeah, I get sleep every now and then, but then I wake up and it takes me a couple hours to wake up. And so you know, basically check in with the family, you know, do that kind of stuff, and then I came out. I've actually been out a while, but I had some. I was talking to some folks and doing some, you know, behind the scenes, what I like to call admin stuff, you know. So I was doing some admin stuff. So I've been out. I was about to go live a couple times. I was about to go live at a 2T, so two. Oh. A what? This is Brundage Lane, but.
The victim will be at 2015 Brundage Lane. If I think he was hit by a vehicle, there's no description. Medical agent route.
Hit by a vehicle. The vehicle fled. Let's go see if we got a. They said medical aid's en route. It sounds like a person. Sounds like a person got hit by a car. I don't know if you guys could hear that better than I could, but it was this way. It happened at F in Brundage. 2015. Alright, so we might have 2015. Oh, it's green. Can't type and drive and shift all at the same time. Hello, Sheila. And read comments. A car broke down right there. Maybe that's the one that hit him. 20. Brundage. Is it going to be down here? I think it's down here, but yeah, it's down this way. But I don't know if it's an individual or maybe someone was on a bicycle. That's the pulse point right there. It just came out. We've already got it punched in though. So he's at some sort of business or whatever. I don't know. I gave the name, but I don't know. I can't read it. I gotta pull it up again. But so we're going to. Sounds like a hit and run. There was no vehicle description. I'm thinking maybe they were on a bicycle or something. You know, I don't think it was like a person walking per se. Or maybe they were in a car, so I don't know. We don't have that details yet, but it sounds like a hit and run. Medical's on their way. And for the reason medical's on their way is why I think it's more like a you know, bicyclist or something, but they're not injured enough that they can't talk on the phone. Oh, I thought that was going to be this one. So this dispatch hasn't gone out yet. We should get this dispatch coming soon. So this is H Street, and then F Street is up here. I think they're going to be on our left-hand side, but we'll be looking. There it is.
Vehicle accident, hit and run, PD's en route. Patient has a knot on the back of his head and lumping. Assignment on fire too.
Alright, so I passed it and
Engine 6 to continue. Engine 3, rescue 6 to 10-1 complete. 2211, remain on 1.
they have a knot in the back of their head. I had not seen anybody, But the law enforcement's not on scene. The first responders are not on scene.
505.
There is
5, Southbound 99 or 218.
a sober living around here. Home. What it sounds like. So I think I'm gonna pull up next to this Jeep that's over here, because honestly, it's only gonna be a short ways down the block here.
Complete 2212. Warehouse 2212.
4 today. All bars on 288 on 18th.
4 415 at 427 18th Street, second half of Tiffany.
There's a
white
police
female
officer
wearing
right
white
there.
sweater, gray or black pants.
He just pulled in. I don't see anything that says no parking on the street, so I think we can park on the street here.
Warehouse 2212. Avenue 45.
Alright, sound check, guys.
Charge 1 Shenanigans.
Towards the floor.
Can you guys hear me okay? I lost the app there for a second. Okay. Thank you guys, thank you. Because sometimes I lose sound and I got to restart the app and stuff like that. So just making sure you guys are there. All right, I'm gonna switch you guys to the gimbal, but I gotta scoot the thing over here and stabilize you guys.
Central 5. 4, 3 access northbound. Advise
20,001, affirmative.
Blowing something up. Answer on callback.
5
Any unit to assist 313 E Edward Street. 494.
Affirmative on a hit and run with injuries.
Copied en route.
So it does sound like it was a person on foot. I don't see a bicycle or anything around. There's no additional information yet. Injuries are minor.
Top 3 copy affirmative on a 20,001.
Sam 6, 1010.
Sam 6.
So here's the ambulance crew.
50 Ocean 4 Yellow Queen Paul 449 for White Honda. 247.2.
So what we're doing here right now, guys, is I didn't get out because I want to stay on the radio for a more serious call. So I want to maintain the radio connection. So
Badger Pass from 6 Valley 2 or 6 Valley 3? 2002 Honda local 10-4.
With them shining their lights in my eyes, you can see how dirty my windows are. I gotta go get them clean.
Can you get it for 27035 just occurred in the Valley, 1404 Badger Pass Avenue? 6 Valley 2, 10-4.
Alright, so I got you guys on a stabilizer so you can get a better angle of the
Badger Pass from 6 Valley 2.
the car mount doesn't quite turn over there, so I gotta get you out, but you're on the stabilizer. It's nice and steady for you guys.
OCD 517-10631.
So we're at the sober living home here, and this person was hit apparently by a car, and the car drove off. No description on the vehicle though. So they said minor injuries. They're attending to the subject. The fire's clearing because Hall's here and they can handle.
Valley 3, 6 Valley 4, the
Let's
second
see.
Applebee.
Looks like they're gonna transport.
Hispanic male 38, wearing a black shirt, gray.
They're gonna transport.
DTA just occurred, 3601 Marriott Drive. Second app is a thin-built, unknown race male wearing a baseball cap, fled towards the rear of the Courtyard Marriott. Control 2 clear.
Camille, if I said that wrong, I'm sorry. On YouTube side, saying that maybe they weren't really hit and just want some pain meds. Not being mean, just it's a possibility. And you know, there's always possibilities out here. You know, out here on the streets. There's always possibilities when we're out here on the streets, you know, for scenarios like that. So yeah, you never know what the but there is a knot on the back of the head, so I mean, kind of supports the idea that they were you know, were knocked down and there was some sort of injury that occurred, you know.
Jenna, you ready? 6 Metro 5, copy so far.
So, but yeah, there's no telling.
10-4, suspicious vehicle, 15101, Hamilton Drive.
So they're gonna take him, get him checked out because he did bump his head, and you know, head injuries are tricky and you don't want to take chances. You know, you want to get checked and make sure you don't have a concussion. If you do have a concussion, that is properly treated.
Keep up with that, 1066. 4 Central 3, 1098. Show myself in 4 Central 1 en route to tag 492.
So we are. So this guy's getting checked on.
10-4,
Like I said, I didn't want to get out of the car on this one, but hey, we got the good parking though, huh? We got the good parking, so we really didn't have to get out of the car. So it just kind of worked out. So
SPT complete, 2220.
so this is gonna be the ambulance load shot here, which with their lights makes my window all dirty.
Letter Robert 6, 1010.
Letter Robert 6.
Number 3 lane, Buena Vista, just south of me. 7 William, Ida Henry, 377, and a black.
And Camille, you know, there's lots of possibilities. So I wasn't trying to make you look bad either.
10-4 vehicle returns, no stops current, 2016 Chrysler City. I copied 7 William Ida Henry 377.
So he's gonna get checked out. He's gonna, you know, they're gonna take care of him at the hospital and all that. All right, you guys are back in the car seat. So we will, and you know, we're still on we are still on the scanners, waiting for another call.
Thank you, MDC for update.
There we go.
Control 96, can you look patrol check for loads and more? Affirmative.
So put the charger back on. Keep everything charged up. Welcome, everyone. All right, so this is just a simple call. In terms of, you know, our footage, obviously it's serious for him, and but I think he's gonna be okay. He's being taken care of. He was able to walk, you know, to the gurney and get on and all that kind of stuff, so I think he's gonna be okay. I have been wrong before. Man, that sucked too. I have been wrong. I was on a scene once and they took a guy to the hospital, and then it was like he
505 33 to state.
He ended up passing away, and I was really like, wow, you know, I was sad because, you know, I thought he was gonna be okay. So yeah, I was really sad when that happened. So but I feel strong about this one. I feel strong that this guy's gonna be okay. So anyways, we're back mobile. We got a trespass that's been holding a vacant residence. Should we go ask them why they're squatting in a residence? Should we go interview them before the cops get there? And ask them, you know, what they're doing, what's going on. So, how's everybody doing? It's Thursday night. Who's got to work tomorrow? Anybody got to work tomorrow? Are we working? How many folks have we got in the streams? How many people have we got watching? Check the welfare. We don't do check the welfares. They do. Disabled vehicle inside there. So 24 people on Facebook. 22. We lost 2 people. Well, welcome. I'll take the 22 people on Facebook, and I'll take whoever's on any other channel. Chris has no work. Right on. It's Thursday. It's first Friday. It's Friday Junior. I think I heard someone say that. Friday Junior. Friday Junior here, and we're just waiting for another call. Someone knocked our trash cans down, 2 of them too. Probably someone drove and hit that. Freaking sad. So the radios went silent. It's 10:30 at night. Come on. Gotta be more action on a Thursday night. Everyone's gotta go back to work, and everyone's going back to, you know, normal hours. I think people were out of work and, you know, or stay at home or whatever, and I think that was a big factor over the last year, especially during the summer. If you didn't have to go to work, you just stayed up and get yourself into trouble. Summer's gonna be like that with the kids and stuff, but like, you know, but for the non-kids, like it still was going on. So. So we're waiting for another call to come out on the radio. We're just cruising right now. We'll go check out the gateway, see if there's any cars out hanging out. Calls, you know, there's radio traffic, just not calls that we go to, not, you know, met. There's one car in the cul-de-sac where the cul-de-sac of the gateway. Should we pull up and ask him if he's going to do donuts? Should we pull up and ask him if he's going to do the sideshow and do donuts and all that with his car? What do you guys think? Do you think he's waiting? Think he's going to do donuts or whatever, or do some kind of car action, or do you think he's got his girlfriend with him? Or does he have his girlfriend? I think he probably has his girlfriend. They probably would not like for us to pull up and ask them if they're going to do circles. Don't think he would appreciate that.
Between 2 males, our team's advising it's been ongoing all night. They're now starting to threaten each other in the 6100 block of Maple Avenue.
Amy, what's so funny about girlfriend? You know it ain't his wife. I'm just saying. You know it's not his wife. You know they're not parked in a dark area at 10:30 at night with the old lady, with the wife. Unless it's date night, I guess. I mean, I guess that's a possibility. Months ago that you helped out with her children. So I would have to ask a viewer. I don't know if she wants me to say her name out loud. I think people know who it was, but there's a viewer who was in contact. So this was on YouTube. So Donna Scott on YouTube, whatever happened to the lady who was victim in hit and run months ago that you helped out with the children? So on Facebook, I believe my viewer, the viewer who was in contact with a family member who was getting updates, she, I know she's on tonight. Hopefully she's still on. I don't know if she wants me to say her name out loud, so I just don't know if that's okay. But if it is okay, she'll say so in the chat. But we will ask her if she can get an update for us for tomorrow night, because I don't think she'll be able to get it tonight, obviously. But she was in contact with a family member. The last thing, if I am correct, if I remember right, the last thing was she was home. She remembers, I think, the children that were with her, but she doesn't really remember the older siblings and older children that were, I think she had some adult children and like older teenage children. So hopefully we can get an update. You know, it's been several months now, I think almost 6 months, and see how her progress is. If her memory's coming back, if she's able to function, is she able to be, you know, function in normal life? I would love to meet her, and I would love like to bring you guys along to meet her, even if it's not live, but maybe do a video, you know, like a documentary style video. Maybe Leo could come down from LA and help me with the filming and the editing to do a documentary style, you know, aftermath. I think that would be really cool. And Leo, I think, would know how to do that from his videos. It's a different style of footage. I would really love to do like follow up on that, because I never got to meet her. You know, really, I met her children. You know, and I know you guys, the viewers, are really were concerned about her and all that. So, yes, Donna, she did live and she was recovering. We just don't know like details about how far along she was able to recover. Because with head injuries, sometimes you don't make a full recovery. You're still like a little off. But everyone makes a different recovery on different levels. So. But yeah, I would love to meet her. Yeah, Amy, that would be a good thing for me and Leo to do, huh? I think that would be cool. The only problem is, first we gotta see if the family, you know, would be willing to let us do that. I would want to film the adult children and, you know, interview them about the struggles of the recovery process, because I'm sure it wasn't easy. How they found out. I definitely would interview our viewers if they would be willing to, hopefully, because there was more than one viewer that was involved that night. There was some Good Samaritans that had stopped on the side of the road, for anyone who doesn't know. 23rd and I. But yeah, there were some good Samaritans that pulled over, and really restored our confidence in humanity. They really helped out. So while Mom was laying in the road, and first responders arrived, but before they arrived, there was someone was with Mom talking to her, and she was in a lot of pain, and all she could do was just kind of moan. Then other people were with the children. What was it, 3 or 4 children? I can't remember off the top of my head. Hey, Melissa on Facebook. She had 3 or 4 children, and they were all like 6 and below. I think the youngest was like a 4-year-old, and he was running around all over the place. And so it was really, really kind of chaotic for the children. It was like, hey, let's get the children around the corner so they don't see Mom getting worked on by the ambulance and stuff, and let's keep them distracted so they don't really get hurt from the situation. But the older one, she'd seen the car, and she tried to give a description. I don't think they ever caught the person or anything like that. It was just really an unfortunate situation. So I'm glad that she lived, and I'm really hoping her recovery comes along. So, but yeah, I envision like a really in-depth kind of 60 minutes kind of follow-up on that, but I don't know if people would be willing to do that from the private sector, from us. But I think that would be a good video to put out, and then maybe the news would pick it up as a special, if they like the footage and the interviews. But that would be cool. I mean, that'd be fun and whatnot. So, but anyways, let me make sure my battery. I've been charging some batteries. Let me make sure everything is plugged in and put those batteries in. I ran my sound. My batteries ran out, so I had to charge them. Hold on, guys. Listen for a call while I'm out checking batteries back here.
Start towards the 211 alarm, 5401 California Avenue at the Wells Fargo Bank. Be desk 11, hold up alarm.
211 at a Wells Fargo. Is there a Wells Fargo open right now? Like, seriously? Wind's blowing a little bit. Alright. Wells Fargo hold up alarm. There's gotta be a cleaning crew. Gotta be a cleaning crew. So clean, clean, clean. Someone lost, look at all that oil. Someone busted their oil pan right there, or busted blew a rod or blew a motor, and all that oil. Oh man. That's crazy. And that sucks.
Unit 1097.
Oh, I forgot to tell you guys. I forgot to tell you.
Confirm it's related to your current.
I have got a promotion to a permanent status at my new job, and I will have a regular schedule in the near future, coming out on the next pay cycle, and we'll have a regular schedule of when I'm working. So then I know when I can come out. So that is good news. So, but still don't get paid quite, what I used to get paid. And, the family was comfortable with the other pay. Well, comfortable. I mean, we were used to that pay, but we're still struggling. We're a big family, but. But it's more hours and it's a permanent status, so I know exactly when I'm going to work and all that. So not yet, but I mean I will. Know what day I'm going to work, what schedule I'm going to work. It'll be regular schedule. So then we'll know when we'll be available to come out here and chase scanner calls and get footage for videos and things like that. So thank you, everyone. It's nice to know that I was able to get back into the workforce out there, and because I got burned pretty hard. So thankfully there's people out there that can see through the bull, and we're back out there. So we will have a schedule, so it might change slightly. So I might be working Fridays and stuff, so I might not be able to come out Friday. So we'll see what it is, and then we'll go from there. And but that is that's the regular job that supports the family. So anything we do out here, donations or support that comes in from the viewers, that goes back into this stream, back into Black Snout Media. So I don't use that for the family. I mean, we're just barely, getting some gas and stuff like that. So I mean, it's not like we're making lots and lots of money like other streamers do. But part of that is my fault for getting sick, and I lost a lot of momentum when I was gone. And sorry about that, guys. But we are back. And we're trying to get back up to where we were with lots of numbers and lots of viewers and all that. So, but I've always said, and I will stick to it, that anything that comes from a viewer, that money goes back into Black Snout Media, because that's what it's for. So. Alright, we got 211. That's a robbery with a knife. The victim is at Golden State and O Ocean, and the suspect went northbound on O Ocean, so he was headed towards 34th Street, that direction. So this is going to be 34th and Q area, that area, south of 34th Street. So we're going to head that way, see what we can come up with, see if BPD finds any possible suspects and pulls them over and, you know, searches them and checks on them and all that kind of stuff. Any pedestrian stops from BPD. Fled on a bicycle. So we're going to go check that out. So, thank you, Prissy World. Am I saying that right? On the YouTube side. Do I just say Prissy? Is that like Priscilla? Ruth, yes, I did have COVID. I had this COVID. I hate saying that too. I like saying I don't have it and haven't have it, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, I can't say that. I did have it. I had the virus from China. I had the Chinese virus. S. Umbi, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you know, I butcher names. I am the name butcher. But I got a promotion at my job that I was working as a sub. So did you give me hours when people call in sick? I'm going to get a regular schedule now. So to me, that's considered a promotion. I got a permanent schedule. So with you know, guaranteed hours, as opposed to just whenever someone calls out. So Cottonwood East Plans, we were actually pretty close to that, but we're not now. So we're sticking with where we're going. So we're going to O Street and we want to go northbound. I think that's around the corner here, past the Veterans. I think this is Q right here, and then O's up. Guys, our bad guy's on a bicycle and he's got a knife. But we're just trying to get into the area so that officers might circulate and come across the guy. Yeah, O Street's coming up, and our bad guy went northbound. Our victim is in a white truck in the area. That O Street right back there. Yep. So it's not quite as far as I thought it was. But see, he's gonna go northbound, and then he has to go left or right. So he probably went towards that park. This is M Street, and whatever the next street is, there doesn't go through 29th Street. 29th Street doesn't come all the way through. So we'll have to go back around. But he probably went back. He went to Q Street on 29th Street back there. We're on 30th, I believe. I think there's a, let's see. Is there not a road over there? Well, he probably jumped over the fence or something. And is probably running. Yeah, Sergeant's in the area. Show me in the area. She's not going to go make contact with the victim, but she's cruising around, is what she's doing. That was a female sergeant. She's cruising around going, well, here's a dude on the bike right here. Look at this. Right in front of us, guys. With his girlfriend there. I bet that was him right there. know they're gonna stop him because he's on a bicycle.
403, 10-4.
So that might be a police unit in front of us. I see headlights up there. I don't know. You guys can't see right now. It's dark, but as soon as they make contact, we'll move up.
Over 12 off on the area, 211.
Over 12, 10-4, 601. Your vehicle's no stops current, 2020 Chevrolet out of McFarland.
Does anybody know if he was a black male?
Any unit for a check to welfare, suicidal subject, 313 and a half Madison Street.
Oh, the dude's riding the bike right in front of us, coming back this way.
4, you can shield it at 8 round.
They're talking to him right in front of us. I think that's a police unit. I'm not sure. Yep, they got him. He came back down this way for us. Thank you.
Valley 4, 313 and a half Madison Street, second half CRP son, first of Walter, 18 years old, wearing a white and black hooded sweatshirt.
All right, they let him go.
Under the influence of marijuana.
All right, they talked to him and then they let him go. So they're going to be negative on that subject.
Any unit to assist?
Valley 3.
6 Valley 3, 10-4. Harbor 3. Harbor 3. Do we have a time frame on the
Okay.
211-261?
Because he was walking with a gal and he turned around and came back this way. I thought he was running from that officer.
Negative.
601, we're still taking further. Victims uncooperative.
Victim's not cooperating, so I don't remember what they said the race on the guy was. I don't remember what the race on the guy was, so I know that guy, I know what his race was. I'm not going to say, but I know what his race was, and an officer talked to him, communicated with him, and apparently it's, you know, code 4, or he is code 4. And now I see him walking his bike across the railroad tracks to our right, and that's kind of where I was going to go. But the time frame, you know, the real suspects had plenty of time to come right here to these tracks here, and they could have went, you know, north or south. So he just got lit up again by another officer.
605 for information. We just received a missing person at risk, 3316 Lotus Lane. For a
So the park right here to our left is just a big open space.
Underwear, suffers from autism, left an hour ago on foot. A notice related to your current.
Well, it was missing person at risk, autistic. I didn't hear where that was. Anybody know where? I don't think they put out the location. Did anyone hear a location on that autistic kid? I don't know if it's a kid or an adult, but autistic missing person at risk. So when I flip the U here, the white truck is going to be the victim that's being uncooperative. So northbound would be, you know, right here at the dead end. So they hit the railroad tracks. You know, they didn't say they went left or right. So they're gone, I'm sure. But I mean, that could have been the dude right there on that bicycle. But like I said, he's been spotlighted twice. But that's a key factor. They're looking for a guy on the bicycle. I didn't hear any details about the bicycle, you know, if it's a BMX or mountain bike or what. So but there's officers in the area. I mean, this guy's probably on the railroad track somewhere. Because the homeless, they boom. Railroad tracks are, well, it's like playing GTA. I use the railroad tracks all the time. Like, for real. So, he's definitely, if he's on a bicycle, he's been able to get a good distance too. If he was like taking off, like he knows he committed the crime, he's like, I'm out of here. You know, he could be Stamlin ballpark by now. So thank you for everyone for all those congratulations that were in the chat. I don't think I properly said thank you, so thank you. So we are just cruising in the area, just like DPD is, you know, they're circulating, and we're cruising so that when they say, hey, I got a possible at this location, we can, you know, get there fast. That's why we're cruising. They're cruising to find the person, and we're cruising to be nearby. When they say, we're gonna check this person out, and we're like, all right, we're around the corner, let's get there. Get there first. Get there before they, you know, stop patting them down. We want to get them patting them down, and if they detain them in handcuffs, or if they detain them to where they say, hey, have a seat, you know, we want to get all that footage, all that. So, but doesn't sound very promising right now. Sounds like they probably got away. They had access to those railroad tracks. And my question to you, to the viewers, you saw where the truck was. You saw where we drove on that street there. What was that truck doing there? Amy, do you know what that truck was doing there? What was that truck doing there at that particular location?
6 Metro 5.
Appeared our subject will be related to missing persons. Relate the cases.
Oh, they've got the missing person. Okay, good. So that missing person, it's related. They were with someone, and that's why they linked it together. Okay, so we don't have to worry about the missing person, autistic person. Again, I don't know if it's a child or adult. So the railroad tracks, see that we just went underneath the railroad tracks. That's what that bridge is. That comes from to the left where that incident was. So anyways, why was that truck at that location? I say it's probably the same reason why that car was at the gateway. They weren't going to do donuts. They weren't doing a sideshow donuts. Oh crap, that's a cooker in the middle of the roadway. So I think that person came up from that dark area, from the railroad tracks and everything, and they robbed that person. And I think his wife doesn't know that he's there with his girlfriend, and that's the uncooperative part. He's not cooperating very well because he's trying to, you know, keep it on the down low. 11 o'clock at night. Just saying. I hope not. That's messed up, but you never know.
602 is affirmative on a 207, 211 to the place, and 287. Offense occurred approximately 30 minutes ago. Subject is a black male with bushy hair, last seen wearing a black sweater and black pants, fled eastbound towards the park on Old State and Q-Wayne.
I think that was him.
602, copy affirmative on a 207, 211, and 287. Occurred 30 ago. Suspect is a black male with bushy hair, wearing a black sweatshirt, black pants, fled eastbound towards the park, 34th and Q.
It's not 34th and Q, lady. It's 30th, I think. Maybe 29 and Q.
9 to 6,
I think the guy on the bicycle was the guy, but I think he had bushy hair. It might be a business transaction gone bad because now they said 207, right? That means kidnapping. So the guy forced him to drive or forced him to move from one location to another location. That's a kidnapping. So he didn't mention the bicycle on that broadcast though. So, but everything else pretty much matched the guy that I saw riding that bicycle. To the best of my knowledge, again, it looked like a black sweater and black pants and everything else. So, you know. I don't know. Again, they didn't have all that information. You know, that officer we saw talking to the driver on the driver's side there. He was getting that information, and that was his broadcast that he put out. Business transaction gone bad. You know what, Carla on YouTube, that's possible. You know, maybe he was trying to score for himself. Maybe he doesn't have a girlfriend with him. You know, he's just trying to score, you know, some drugs or whatever. Anything's possible. You know, the real story behind it all. The real story. Because quite frankly, why was, and you guys probably couldn't see on the stream and through the camera, but that was a nice truck. You know, I can't afford a truck like that, so that was a nice truck. Hey, Shelly, how you feeling, Shelly? I hope you're feeling better. Everybody, Shelly's in the house. Shelly is the one that sent me the photos and the video from the video that I posted the other day. What was that, Tuesday? Gosh, time flies. On Tuesday, we premiered a video that I put together with Shelly's footage. So, Shelly, I heard Shelly wasn't feeling good, so I hope you're feeling better, Shelly. Welcome to the stream tonight. I went to a fire earlier. I messaged you. I forgot you weren't feeling good though. But yeah, I went to a fire earlier. I didn't get any flames. I didn't get any really good, you know, newsworthy money shot footage. But I got some additional footage just because I was there anyway. So I got, you know, just a fireman working and as much as I could. There's lots of smoke. And all that. So the guy, the one person was burned on their legs from what I was told, and they went to the hospital. I don't have any more details, and I didn't get to see them, which, you know, I'm not trying to get in their face, but you know, the transporting on the gurney is a key shot in our line of work. Thank you for cutting in front of me and then hitting that red light.
Air 1, Pearl Harbor 3. Air 1. Are you able to assist us? Attempt to circulate on a 207 suspect in the area of 34th and Q.
So they're calling for Air 1 to circulate for this guy, but they've already ran into him twice. They've already ran into the guy twice. He's gone now. There he is right there. Oh wait, that's not him. So they said on a bicycle just now. I'm telling you, we saw the guy and they spotlighted him 3 or 4 times.
1 block north of Golden State at O Ocean.
01 copy.
Okay, so that street doesn't have a number on it.
Further, the subject is going to have dark shorts over his dark pants.
Dark shorts over his dark pants. I think it's the guy we saw, honestly. I think we saw him. And he got away. And now he's seen the cops in the area. He's gonna dip. And he went southbound on Q Street when we last saw him. So he's probably headed for Mill Creek Park.
Over 301, if you could check the railroad tracks that run from Q to the east and then back to the west towards Chester, where you're unable to access all the railroad tracks with their people.
Yep.
01, I copy. We'll start now. 301, 997.
Air 1, 7
Checking those railroad tracks because
Air 1, he was last seen at my location. You just flew over me.
so. Well, we already went and circulated. I thought they were done.
Order of 301, is there a time frame?
Yeah, it's over 30 minutes ago.
It's been about 40 now.
Yeah, it's about 40 now. So 40 minutes, guys. It's been 40 minutes, and they're just now calling Air 1 over.
Air 1, just prior to the offense, the suspect pulled his vehicle in front of the victim vehicle, pulled his bicycle in front of the victim vehicle at that same location, and that's where he originally contacted. So there's a possibility he's still in the area.
01 copy.
Man. Got your message, but it was hours later. I was asleep, been sleeping all day. Shelly, that's okay. It's all right. You get your rest. You sleep. Don't worry about it. So Shelly's just got a little cold, just a little sick. So,
6 Metro 1, I'll show you 10-8.
she's just resting and taking care of herself. Do you guys want to go back? Because, I mean, we were already there. I don't think, I think the guy took off now, but everyone's there now. He'll pick up that guy on the bicycle, and then they'll say, oh, go check that guy. Even though he's already been checked, what, twice at least?
Six Valley 3. 6 Valley 3, so far.
Carla says let's go.
Sam 6.
All right. We'll go back.
Sam 6, 10, 10.
Ears out for any calls though, guys. Any accidents on Pulse Point, you know, all that stuff. Remember, when you say nothing going on, the wife says park and save gas. So just keep that in mind. do is we're gonna flip around and we're gonna go on Truxton to Q Street, and then we're gonna go up Q Street. Because remember that guy went southbound Mill Creek there. And the 207 portion of this, it sounds like what happened is he pulled in his bicycle in front of the truck, and so the truck was trying to leave and he couldn't. So that is essentially when you restrict someone from their ability to leave, you're essentially it's like a kidnapping, basically. Like you're preventing them from moving forward and whatnot, leaving the area. It's like a false imprisonment kind of thing. So was that sheriff's department? There's a guy on a bicycle right here.
Engine 7, Magway.
Let's see if we can get a look at this guy.
Engine 7, Q1 2312 B-Boy, 2009 Burley Avenue, cross up Marshall Street, projecting. 6 Philly 4.
Philly 4.
15 minutes response for a check the welfare to get bus terminal 1912 Bible Road for a subject having psych issues, medical aid staging.
Let's drive by this guy and see if he's a black guy, and let's see if he has shorts underneath his black
2009
pants.
Bradley Avenue across the Benton. Q1 2312 B-Boy for checking.
No.
PPE recommended.
Not a black guy with bushy hair either.
10-5-2-0-0.
So no, that's not going to be the person. I think it's a female, actually. Alright. They were on a bicycle, so I had to check, right?
That's what I'm doing right now. I found 817 Quail Lane, apartment 9.
He's had time to get this far. You can get pretty far on a bicycle, and it's been 40 minutes. But they believe he's going to be in the area, is what I think. And you know what? He was. He was in the area. And then he saw cops, and he's out.
Hey, Danny, you on attack? Yeah, I'm up here right now in that area.
Alright.
817 Quail Lane, apartment 19.
Quail Lane. So this guy might be brave enough to do it again. Rob somebody. I think it's probably a transaction gone wrong. The rich guy or the well-to-do guy in the nice truck said, "Yo, man, you got some smack? Hey, you got something? Hook me up, bro." And then they just robbed him for his money and wallet and cell phone, whatever else he took. I don't know.
6 Metro 5, clear tag. Telephone contact with RP. Does not want police action.
Does not want police action. All right, so everyone's up there circulating around. Nice white circle. He's doing a grid search, checking the road tracks. As well as, it's been 40 minutes. He can be at the Hart Hotel by now. Be anywhere along the streets right here where we are now. He can be at the Valero. Here's a dude with no shirt on. And the truck pulling over saying, "Hey." Oh, he's laying down. You gonna do some push-ups? He's laying down like he's gonna be. You guys wanna go watch this dude? Looks like he's whacked out of his mind. I'm not sure if he's trying to hook or what.
Hey, Danny, I'm going to send that pins up to your phone on the building for the complex to the department. 217-1237-07. Copy.
That guy's trying to pick him up. Hey, what's up?
Metro 5.
$20.
Clear tag 362, made telephone contact with RP. RP does not
I only got 10.
En route to tag 462.
Pull around the corner.
6 Metro 5, 10-4. 6 Metro 1. Metro 1. 6 Metro 5.
Metro 521 in Mary.
You can 1022, 462,
On that family
462
415 at 418 V Victor Street, second half is Dino, arrived with his
Metro 5,
2-year-old
10-4.
child under the influence of H&S. RP has the child in the residence and has locked the second half out.
6 Metro 1, copy 1019.
Hey, fuck you. Does he know what kind of car she drives?
Guy's got no shirt on. It's 63 degrees out, guys. 63 degrees out.
6 Metro 6, 10-4, check the welfare, 1103 I Street, number 15.
Guy's stretching his
19-year-old
legs,
female,
stretching his back.
answering her phone.
Oh, stretching his back. He's walking down the street there. So, what do we think? Do you think he's on drugs? Or do you think he would take $10 to $20 from someone if they pulled up and offered him $10 to $20 for services? I think he's on drugs now, but he's walking away from me. I think he saw me park here.
Unknown if related, however, there does appear to be black male adult standing in the front of the fast strip. 34th and Q Queen wearing all dark clothing. There was a bicycle. 297.
Number, I'll start that way from company unit.
Alright, let's go to 34th and Q because everyone's got a possible. That guy looks like he's trying to get away from me, so whatever. We'll go. No, there's a train.
I'll go 34th.
Bruh. No, there's a train. Suck. We gotta go down. I'm gonna go Chester. Yeah, he just sold his bike. Oh. Alright, everyone says the bicycle's probably unrelated now to the subject. So. Does he have. Oh, where's that at?
Black male adult standing in the front of the fast strip. 34th and Q Queen.
Someone's jacking a Cadillac converter. Where at? Where's it at? Yeah, that train. We're gonna go under Chester and head back. I think someone cleared it and said it's not the.
Air 1, just for information, a Perry's bicycle is going to be unrelated to this subject.
I think they already cleared it, but you know, we'll drive by.
City 487, you can show us 1097 on 038.3.
We'll drive by and check it out. I think I'm standing by. They've already spotlighted the guy twice.
40374.
There's actually Tower Motel. I see two people with bicycles right now. One looks not black, and I can't tell what the other one was. Man, come on. See, we just got back to the area and now they're clearing.
522 close 3.
Fast trip's in front of us, guys. It's up here in front of us.
Reagan 1022 responding units unrelated.
That far, Harbor 3, copy today.
Copy.
So they've already cleared the fast trip over here.
Copy units, good luck. Information, I'm heading at 27835, 302 East Evans Road. Both parties are still 1097 at 302 East Evans Road.
Okay. I'm trying to find 237, but I'm all the way at the north end now. Did he say if it's going to be that first building for sure?
Valley 3, confirm your contact.
So we already seen the guy. He's out of the area now because he knew the cops were in the area. He got spotlighted. But he might just be dumb enough to still being around because he got spotlighted twice and let him go. So he might let you, hey, they're not going to stop me. But you never know. So. But yeah, he was crossing the tracks right here.
No stop, current 2005 is Infinity Local.
And I don't think they really said what the loss was.
3487, we're 1098, we're clear by
I
fire.
don't know if anyone put what was stolen or taken from that 211, which is a robbery. And there's some encampments here. And because the part that they were talking about is to our right. So this is a road right here. This is a section right here. We can't park over here. It's just an open park, and before there was a homeless problem, it was an area where the homeless would go before.
Valley 3, confirm your contact.
Yeah.
So, but Bell Terrace area, that's where that Cadillac converter is being jacked.
10-4, 10-10.
Go ahead. There's no answer. You want to try to 1021 you're good? If you can get her 1021.
There we go.
Sam 12, no stop, current
let's
2005
see.
Infinity Local.
I don't see anybody on a bicycle. See, I don't think Air 1 even went this way. But he said something about, I think, till 23rd. Where do we want to go? Ooh, there's crap in the middle of the road right there. Where is... I think it's the 21st Street. Where the park is at Mill Creek. Is this it? Yeah. So we will turn here, cruise by the Mill Creek Park here. I think 2329 News is right here. I always get 23 and 29. I'm pretty sure it's 23. Their station's right up here on the other side of the creek, Mill Creek.
97.
So the park right here. This is where we met when we did the search for Dane. This is the park where we started. We met here first. I don't see anybody on a bicycle. There's definitely people around. They're hunkered down. They're bedded down for the evening. Homeless and whatnot.
Current 271. 302 East 7th Road. Second half is in Artura Espinoza, Hispanic male, 31 years old. He was heard in that background advising he'd be waiting outside at 302 East 7th Road. 692 1097.
We will go. I see Air 1 going somewhere. He's probably going all the way other side of town. Where the theft from the vehicle is occurring, probably where he's going. Three people. So units with 3 people. We're in between again. In between calls. Wrong channel, bud. That's what they do. They'll give their call sign and then they say standing by when they're on the admin channel. That means he's waiting to run some names on the admin channel. It's usually channel.
Also be advised of an audible 459 alarm nearby 4480 Main Avenue. Activation was lunch break 1 hour ago.
An hour ago. So they're code 4. So, sounds like they're probably just working on their own car.
Possible 273.5 in progress, 601 36th Street on the hill.
But is it weird to do it at 11:30 at night? Yeah.
7942.0.
It is weird.
1652 10-4. Second half is Alfred, white male with long hair and a white Nissan Altima at 415 with his ex-girlfriend. A white female are peeking here, slamming doors, and the female screaming for him to stop. This will be apartment 109.
Apartment 109.
Any unit to assist? 606 10-4.
Yes, on McDonald. Also be advised of an audible 459 alarm nearby 4480 Main Avenue. Activation was lunch break 1 hour ago.
601 10-4. 1652 to 1022.
Pit Boss is in the house.
6051 is code 4 McDonald.
You guys want to go say hi to Pit Boss?
651 code 4.
For all my regulars, you know who that is.
335 in progress, 601 36th Street on the hill. 1047. 1652 10-4. Second half is Alfred, white male with long hair and a white Nissan Altima at 415 with his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, white female, our peak in here.
That guy got a hose.
Female screaming for him to stop.
You got a can. You got a long hose.
Any unit to assist?
Negative or not. I'll be 10-8. Show me route to tag 494 on me.
4 Audible 459 4480 main item.
So,
Confirm
I'm
yellow 5 on a second unit.
say hi to Pit Boss. He's busy. He's gonna be inside.
52, you can 1022.
That's just for,
Hey Teresa, how you doing? How you been, Teresa?
6 Metro 5. I wasn't able to reach anybody else through my cell, but I think she'd have to recontact me when she was available.
Yeah, all units 1098, so we contact.
What's up? What's up?
Negative or not. I'll be 10-8. Show me route to tag 494 on me.
4 Audible 459 4480 main item.
Got this hose. Look, he's got this. I don't. You guys can't see that.
Confirm yellow 5 on a second unit.
692, ready for mile 9.
He's got a blue hose. I'm pretty sure it's a hose. It's not. I don't think it's gonna be rope. It's a blue hose. He was talking to this lady. I don't know what he's saying, but he's got the hose. He's got a can right there. He's got a bag. What is that? McDonald's. He's got some McDonald's, and he's leaving. I think someone might have let him get some gas. That white car that just left. He was standing back there. I think he got some gas on it. And then he was walking with those ladies. I don't think he knows them. I think they might have talked inside the store or something like that. But
Six South 4.
6 South 1.
6 South 4 en route to 2003
So.
Hendricks Lane.
area doing some local crew resource training. One right behind us, airport.
local crew resource training.
6550.
Double checking pulse point. We got nothing.
Nora George 951 White Texas.
10 the last 3 only.
Hey Teresa, not much going on.
1042.
You know, nothing too big. We chased a couple calls here and there, but nothing to get the big camera out.
6550 is no stop for 1881 Lexus.
There was a potential. There was a 211. The guy got robbed, but I think they saw the guy twice, but they didn't have the description out yet, and so they didn't know it was really him. And so they let him. No one stopped him, and just let him keep going. And so I don't know. I mean, there might be details I'm missing, but that's what it looked like to me. Woo! Some big chunks out here from the palm tree. Dang.
With 11014 S, starting mileage 0.
I hope the wind stopped blowing.
1235 West Drive with Rusted Niles, T10328, B-Boys for heading.
Plus 50.
Alright, we're in our spot.
Main Avenue in Pinyon Springs. Paul Nora George 951 White Lexus.
10 the last 3 only.
Alright, go get that herd of elephants.
602, show myself in 611 route 2525.
We were at the Valero, and there is a Subway inside that's apparently open 24/7.
50 is no stop current 1891 Lexus out of Carbon.
Situation.
We're just waiting for a call, guys. Sorry, it's boring. We're in between those calls, guys. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to all my mods who are keeping the chat, chill. Not that it's too busy right now, but in case there's a scammer, someone will get rid of them for me. And so, oh, someone's pushing a truck in over there.
1235 West Drive to cross the mile, 10328, east for heading.
602.
602?
Medical. So we got medical going off right now. There's no fires, no accidents on Pulse Point. And if the accident shows up on Pulse Point, it means it's going out as a injury accident. Because it's medical. That's the purpose of Pulse Point, is for the medical. Hey, Paula. We were looking for a guy that robbed a person. They robbed a person.
6 Metro 5.
Kentucky and Sacramento, copy 4, Sam Lincoln, David 573, white Mitsubishi.
10-4, 10-2.
Confirm the first number only.
So,
10-4.
there was a guy that robbed a person, it was off of Golden State and Q area. And circulated around. I'm pretty sure we saw him twice. And two police spotlighted him, but didn't have all the information about his description at the time. They didn't have the complete description, so I guess he didn't quite fit the description or whatever, and they let him go. But there was no one else around. I feel pretty strong that it was him. But, who knows?
Metro 5, now stop, expired 2001 Mitsubishi local.
Kentucky and Sacramento, copy 4, Sam Lincoln, David 573, white Mitsubishi.
And Air 1's cleared. And he's on other calls now.
Broadcasting 10851, taken to Bay State from 3500 White Lane. Vehicles of blue 2016 Scion, California 7, Paul Lincoln 391. Any information regarding 10851, taken from 3500 White Lane. Blue 2016 Scion, 7, Paul Lincoln 391. Control 2 also broadcasting for Control 1, 10851. Taken from 230 Douglas Street, taken for red 1997 Chevrolet Trailblazer, California 4, David John 274, Control 2 5.
Alright. That right there is how you know it's slow. They're doing broadcasts.
Central West.
They do that in the middle of the night when there's no traffic going on, and they broadcast it out. That's
6 Metro 1.
That's how you know it's slow.
6 Metro 2.
They don't ever do that.
50 minutes respond at 415 at 5502 Kettledome Street, second half of Hispanic male, black shirt.
Kettledome, east side.
Silver Toyota Corolla. There's also a 415 fight, and we have a report of a suspicious person stabbed 5409 Trailhead Street of the Loud Bay, possible 2002. Flows a 242 victim at 5506 Kettledome Street.
Wow. That sounds pretty intense. That sounds pretty crazy. but I'm gonna make the decision to not go to that because it's a residential neighborhood, and it can kind of get kind of crazy in residentials. And it's up on the east side, like it's far out east side, past Fairfax. What was that, Morning Drive? It's like Morning.
415 at 5502 Kettledome Street, second half of the Spanish
502?
shirt, blue jeans, arrived in a silver Toyota Corolla. There's also a 415 fight, and we have a report of a suspicious circumstance, 5409 Trailhead Street of the Loud Bank, possible 20,002, as well as a 242 victim at 5506 Kettledome Street.
Oh no, it's I think is that a gated area? That's to the south by 58. It's off of Sterling though, in Oswell. Yeah, I think that is a gated area, so I do not want to go in there. So yeah, we can't go there. It's gated to get in, and then it's
accelerated urgent care 4871
yeah.
white language process sign E1 2314 A out of location clear. 494 copy your 1097 correct 493.
Rescue 6 medically.
Trying to see where that suspicious circumstances, where the other street is. That's around the corner.
P10331D David, Bakersfield Family Apartment, 710 Prentice Lane. Cross the south, P as in Paul. Apartment A as in Adam 11 for difficulty breathing.
There was something around the corner. I don't know where it went.
58 approaching Mount Vernon.
But yeah, I think that's a gated area, and we're not going to even mess with gated areas. Oh, that's from palm trees. That's the stuff that falls from palm trees. And YVNGSHYY on Twitch. We are live stream media, and we listen to the scanners, and we IRL stream what's going on in our town, Bakersfield, California. So we film the real streets of Bakersfield, and at the moment we're in between calls, so there's nothing going on. We're waiting for that call to come over the scanner, and then we go to it and we film the scene. We film the first responders doing their job. So if there's an accident, somebody getting arrested. So I was just talking about a person. There's a person. There's another streamer going to that call. It's a gated area. I'm not going out there. Plus, if you listen to the call, there was a fight. There's not currently a fight. There was a fight. There's a victim of a 242, which is basically got beat up. Someone got beat up. That person's going to be inside the house. And if medical or whatever shows up, or they're going to be in the front yard, and there's going to be cars blocking. So all the cops are going to come and park in front. So you're going to be down the road, and then the cops will say they're going to keep you from going past their cars. So then you're not going to see the victim getting treated by the ambulance or the fire trucks or whatever. So it's a residential, and for us to get footage, it sucks. And it's a gated area, so you got to get through the gate. Then it's like, oh well, it's a gated area, you're not supposed to be here. Not even bothering with that. Young Shy, thank you. Young Shy, welcome on Twitch. Young Shy, we are on YouTube and Facebook if you want to join over there. If it gets lonely on Twitch, I know there's not a lot of people over there, but we are trying to build up the YouTube, by the way, as well. And if you check us out on YouTube, I got some videos that I've uploaded over there, as well as the other live streams if you want to catch up on those. But we're trying to get up to 1,000 on YouTube, so please subscribe over there. I'd really appreciate that. And Facebook, because we still gotta get to 10,000 on Facebook. Whoa, buddy, we gotta get to 10,000 on Facebook. Long trip on Facebook before we can get monetized and get stars and things like that for you guys to throw at me. Because apparently that's what you do with stars. You throw them, right? 1 star here, 1 star there. But thank you for tuning in over there on Twitch. I appreciate that. We are monetized on Twitch, believe it or not. But that's where I had the least amount of people. I've made 7 cents on Twitch this month, I think, from the ads. So we're waiting for that next call. There is a call going on, but it's not one that we go to. So we're waiting for a call that we can go to get good film visuals. What's up, Kaden? Young Shy on the Facebook house. Everyone say hi. Everybody say hi to Kaden. Thank you for joining us on Facebook. You can watch on whichever one is your favorite, wherever the best footage is, or because honestly I think Facebook throttles the quality down. So honestly I like watching on YouTube myself. Jason Hall, welcome. I've been out for like 6 months. But I was gone in the middle of December. So like December 21st, that's like when those babies went missing. Right around that time, I went. I got sick, and then I came back. The end of February. So Jason Hall, welcome to Black Snout Media. I've been around for a while. A little while. I mean, all of us have only been around for a little while, right? But I'm just probably one of the smaller guys. Sounds like they're at that collision that was suspicious circumstances. So single vehicle, sounds like no injury in DUI. Jason Hall, yeah, we're trying to build up the YouTube, but I don't want to not stream on Facebook because a lot of people miss the stream. And a lot of people won't go to YouTube, and that's fine. But we are trying to build it up over there. I need 1,000 people so I can get monetized. If you're on YouTube, you're going to see ads anyways. YouTube is showing you ads no matter what. If you're going to watch an ad, you might as well help the stream out. I might as well get paid, a penny here and there. Because that's what the ads are. So if you got a following of, you put up a video and you get 24,000 views, you might get some money, and then other people, the big YouTubers, they're getting like millions of views. That's where the money is. But my video I put up, I'm pretty happy. I'm pretty ecstatic. My video I put up the other day, there was like 90 views or 91 views the last time I looked at it. I was pretty happy about that. That's like almost $1 if I was monetized. So we're just trying to support the stream. I'm trying to make it so that I don't have to be like, oh, I'm viewer funded and ask for money all the time. I don't want to do that. But we are viewer funded, and I don't have ads, so I don't make any money through ads. I also don't have the volume. I don't have the volume of followers and viewers at the moment. So if I did have ads, I wouldn't be making a lot of money either. So we're growing, we're trying to get there, but I was sick for a while, so it kind of killed my momentum. And so I'm waiting for the summer to kick in, and during the summer we will, you know, we'll go wild during the summer, because during the summer, even during Monday through Friday. See, there's another broadcast. That's how slow it is tonight, guys. So Jason, if you're still there, bud, just remember, there's lots of streamers here in Bakersfield, and each one is a different flavor of ice cream, man. And I'm just a different flavor. Some people like me better, for different reasons, and some people like the other guys. I'm not here to entertain. I'm here to, inform. So I go to these calls, I inform you, what's going on. I share what's going on. I let you see it. Sometimes I can't be live, so I've been doing videos. So if you see videos and stuff, I upload them to YouTube, and then I share them, a post linking. I'll link them to, on Facebook, so you know where to go, and you know when a new YouTube video is up, that kind of thing. We have Instagram. I've been using Instagram, trying to get some, photos on there, some exposure there as well. So we're just kind of, all over, because people are all over, right? So, but we're just trying to spread the reach, get our reach out there for everyone. The lives are, it's kind of rough right now. We got 18 people watching the live on Facebook right now. That's pretty low numbers, but you guys are the faithful ones. You guys are my regular watchers. Caden, I don't know what flavor I am, but that is my analogy for the other streamers that are here in town. There's several of us, and Caden, if you have Netflix, Shot in the Dark is the show that you want to watch to kind of get the idea of what we do, except for in LA, they shoot video and they sell it to the news. The news will buy that footage in LA. There's a market. Here in Bakersfield, they don't do that. So what happened is, here in Bakersfield, people started live streaming. That's what we do. We go to the same scenes, we shoot the footage, we try to go to scenes that is visual and might be newsworthy, and then I send my footage into one station in town. There is one station that does pay, but they don't use my footage very often, because the story is just not good enough or whatever for them, or whatever. But so I do send my footage in when I get a story that's good enough for me to get the big camera out. So right now we're just on the cell phone. I got it on the dash, and it's like a dash cam. So I do sell my footage to the news for pennies on the dollar. So basically, LA is like a bigger city, and their cost of living is a lot higher than here in Bakersfield. If you convert from there to here, and then you cut it in half, that's how much they pay for footage here. So if you do the cost of living conversion and then cut in half, that's how much they pay for footage here in Bakersfield. So you can't make a living doing that. People in LA make a living selling their footage to, they got like 7 different stations in LA now. And if you get a hit on each station, it plus the one station here in town that does buy footage won't let us sell to the other stations. The other stations won't purchase anyways, but we can't send them the footage either. So it's kind of a messed up process. So that's why we are stuck live streaming. and we are viewer funded. That's what it boils down to. So so Loud Labs is one of the companies. Scott is the guy that runs it, from Shot in the Dark. It was a pretty good series. I didn't even know about it until after I started watching the streamers here locally, and then I was like, I could do that, and so I started doing it. So I mean, it didn't help that I lost my job either. So, but when you're my age and you lose your job that was your career, it's not easy to go get another job. So I kind of got into this, trying to make it a go. So East Tennessee, I can go record at night, and the only footage I would get is deer and raccoons. Hey, we got people from all over. You just might not see them right now. Tonight is a Thursday night, and you know, some people do have to go to work. So Fridays and Saturdays are a little bit more, you know, we hope for more busyness tomorrow night. I haven't told anybody yet, but we might have a special guest tomorrow night. It's iffy, and I didn't really want to say anything, but we might have a special guest. And for those of you who are my regulars, you know nobody ever rides with me. You know nobody ever rides with me. I'm always by myself. But I might have a special guest tomorrow night. It's still talking. It's in the works. Hasn't been approved, so we don't know yet. But we might have a special guest tomorrow night, for the first time ever, anyone riding with me. So Fridays are crazier, and Saturdays obviously are busy. However, right now the weather is still kind of chilly. So we got a cold front that came in. See, in Bakersfield we get false springs, so it'll warm up in, you know, February and March, and then you'll get a cold front and it messes everything up. So all the trees were blooming, you know, all the farmers hate it because like the almond trees will bloom, and then it freezes or gets cold and it messes up the blooms. I mean, if we get a freeze, it really messes them up. But on the valley floor, we didn't freeze. But we got snow in the mountains and everything. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But so it was starting to get busier because the weather, like you can see like how people react to temperature. So we had our false spring it's just passed. Saturday is the first day of spring, by the way. So we do have a cold front coming in, or we've had a cold front, some storms that came through. Right now we're looking at 61 degrees. That's cold for us. It was 70 today, so it warmed up, but it is a weekday. You know, people have work and the kids are still in school ish. You know, they have remote school, and a lot of schools are back in session, you know, in school, or they're doing limited school hours, physical school, and then remote. So anyways, but so when it warms up, our calls for service, our action, things going on, you know, the shootings have really calmed down, and we were having some really bad shootings all from last summer into all the way to the new year. We were having some really bad shootings, like almost one a day. It was pretty crazy. So we broke records last year, by the way, for you guys from out of town. We broke records. So it was not a good year for, you know, shootings and murders and stuff. So so right now it's calm. This is a Thursday. We're at midnight now. You know, there's not really any calls going on. Summer will pick up. That's why I get footage. I try to get footage throughout the week, and I try to upload some videos. You know, when I have time to do the editing. So I'm working on my editing skills and uploading, and so I'm building all this on my own. I really don't have any help. I don't have someone who does my intro for me and then gives it back, and then I don't have someone who does my thumbnail for me and then gives it back, and then I do some editing here and there. I don't have any of that support, so I do it all on my own. Need warm weather bad here in Chicago. Chicago, I don't even want to go there. I hear it's bad year round. So anyways, Caden, I'm glad you're tuning in, bud, and definitely check in with us tomorrow. Hopefully Friday will be busier. And TikTok, oh my gosh. Well, see, TikTok's like 30 seconds and stuff, from what I understand. So, but yeah, I hate TikTok. I'm resisting. I got an Instagram. That's a big step for me. Instagram was a big step. But I know TikTok, Insta, all that stuff. So, anyways, Jackson Davis coming from Australia. Welcome from Australia, bud. Shannon, you're in the suburbs. Okay, well, hopefully it's safer there in the suburbs, in Chicago. But well, I'll ask my daughter about TikTok. But so, Caden, to answer your question about what I'm driving, I am driving a Kia Soul. It's 2010, I think. Stick shift. So I have I have my iPad on my lap, on my leg, and then I try to look at that for like directions and things. I got I'm watching a chat on my other phone, up on the left hand side, and I got my laptop here. I got the stream on the laptop, so I kind of look over and see if we lose video. And then everyone's circling, know what TikTok is. Oh, be right back. I'm in Odo. Mac. Okay, Mac. I don't have counting on, honestly. I don't have them on because a lot of times they're too far away. I don't have all the scanners that I need. I have my scanners kind of scan certain channels, but I need another scanner. I've been using Broadcastify, which is an app that has Kern County stuff on it, but it has too much stuff on it. So I try to consolidate the channels to separate scanners so I can differentiate between which one. And if I got a hot call or something, I'll turn the other ones down and just keep that one up. But I don't have all the scanners I need. I need some more. I need to do some upgrading and stuff like that. Got some basics. So. Pulse point looks dead. So we don't have any accidents. We don't have any fires. So we'll go to fires. We'll go to accidents. And then we follow the police around as well when they go to calls. But it depends on what kind of call it is. It's tricky when you go to certain calls. We have an outside fire, but it's in California City, nowhere near here. And it's all medicals. We don't go to medical. It's just not how it works. We don't go to medicals. So yeah, we got a vegetation fire from 6 p.m. on Stockdale Highway. Pulse point doesn't update sometimes. The weather's been nice. It's cold. It's still in a little chilly. We had a cold front come in. We are supposed to get some sprinkles today, tomorrow, and then I think we're gonna go on the upscale of warming back up. I think we'll start to get into spring warm. Caden, how do the police react to us The best way to describe how police react to us is to go Forrest Gump. You know, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. Some are just like whatever. They ignore you, and they just go about their business because they know that like they're not gonna do anything wrong.
Could you show me 1097?
Hold on.
And we've located cameras on a building at ACI, which is, I believe, 702 Street. We need to see if we can get responsible to respond to review those cameras if possible.
10-4.
Okay, so that's this female sergeant from earlier. They're still working on that 211. So anyways, it's so we were warm, but now it we had what I call the fault spring. It warmed up and then it cooled back down. But we weren't summer. You're down under. You guys are still in summer. You guys should be backing out of summer, and we're going into summer. So we'll be crossing over weather-wise. So, but the officers, some don't like cameras, and they don't like live streamers. But I've never had a really bad experience with the officers. I've just had some that were just kind of, rude. But officers can be rude, but they're dealing with, some bad people in the public. Or you gotta remember, officers are human too, and sometimes they just get into bad moods. And they've had bad nights, and they've been dealing with the worst people all night long, and just hadn't had any good calls. And so you show up and like a camera again, so sometimes they have bad days, and they have bad attitudes and stuff, and other times they're like, hey, what's up? And you're like, hey, what's going on? I always try to be friendly with them no matter what, and I always try to respect their space as much as possible. Last night I had good interactions with the officers, and I usually have pretty good interactions with like firemen. I usually don't interact at all with the ambulance crew because they're always busy, but I've seen firemen, hey, how's it going, and things like that. But the police really don't like cameras because people take their footage, or they'll take my footage, and they will twist around what really happened, because it's perception. So they don't like cameras. They're all wearing cameras now. So they went code, but they immediately cleared it. He's pulling over a car. So he cleared code right away. It's just a car stop. The car might be stolen or cold plated. So the dispatcher automatically gives code, but he called in and said he's fine. So thank you, Smokey Johnson, for the sub and the like over there on YouTube. I appreciate that. Definitely need subs over there. We're trying to get to 1,000. It's a long road, but it's a lot easier road than 10,000 on YouTube or Facebook. Sorry, Facebook. Forget what I was saying. I was telling you guys a story about something. I forget what. How the officers are. So the officers can be good, nice. If you roll up and you push too far in, and there's like a bunch of other people with you, they're gonna push you back. But if you're by yourself and you are maneuvering to where you're across the street and you're not pressuring them and you're being like quiet like a mouse, they'll see you. But as long as the people who they're dealing with don't see you, because the people who see you they're dealing with, if they see you and then they start to cause a scene, the suspect sees a camera and they start to act bad to try to get an easy lawsuit or whatever, they'll push you back because your presence is interfering with their duties, and so they can push you back. But they can't just ban you from being on scene, because that's the First Amendment. Now, what happens is, well, thank you, Smokey Johnson, for being a sub when I had less than 1,000 people. So you've been around. Thank you so much. One man, one camera. Yep. Now, what happens is there's people who go around and they show up with 6 people or more, but I've never seen them less than 6. They roll 6 people deep, and their whole purpose in life is to roll up on a scene with law enforcement and harass them. They don't even care about the suspect or anything. They just there to harass the police, walk through the crime scene and say, I can walk by here, I have the right to walk here. They're called First Amendment auditors, and they're assholes. They're jerks, they're idiots, and all they're doing is trying to get a free lawsuit, an easy settlement from a lawsuit, and just make accusations, but they literally are the instigators. So those people ruin it for cameramen like myself, who are trying to get the footage, film the scene, and not try to paint law enforcement in a bad light. So they are the ones that I had a lady, she was yelling, you didn't put the tape up yet, you didn't put the tape up. Yeah, I was enjoying not having that tape up, and I was able to get really good footage that night when they were arresting and pulling the guys out of their car and handcuffing them and searching them and all that before they showed up. I got really good footage, and then when the tape went up, I was back to where I couldn't have got that footage, but luckily I'd already got that footage. But then they put the tape up and they pushed us back, and they arrested one of their guys. One of their people got arrested, so I'm sure there's going to be a lawsuit, and our tax dollars are going to go into a settlement to get them to just shut up and go away. That's where tax money goes, is settling for these idiots and their easy money. So so those people make it hard for us, and so law enforcement have a negative reaction to us sometimes when they see us show up. But once they get to know you and they realize, oh, you're not one of those First Amendment guys, okay, then they kind of like relax. And then, like I said, if it's just me, they're usually really cool and they're really chill. No, Callie, this is yesterday. This is from yesterday. We're not live, So law enforcement is pretty cool when it's just me, but when there's 3 or 4 live streamers on the scene, they tend to kind of go, oh, well, there's too many people, and they start to set perimeters, put up tape, stuff like that. But generally they're pretty good about their streamers, not the First Amendment people, which I haven't seen the First Amendment people very often, but when I've seen them, they go into the scene, when they interfere, they push them back, and then from that point on, they just ignore them. But it's the point where they make them put up the crime scene tape to say, all right, this is our space, stay back. But then they sit there and yell at them and call them, names and just harass them. I'm like, dude, it's just ridiculous. So I don't even want to talk about those idiots anymore. Let me catch up on the chat. It can be dangerous. Yes. I don't know if I missed a comment back on Facebook. Can be very dangerous. Yeah, so it's dangerous. Also, that's just the officers, right? But for us being on scene, if we get there before the cops show up, or if we're pushed back and the cops are over at a scene, and they're a long ways away, and then we're over at the tape and there's no cops around at the tape. It can be dangerous because some of the scenes we go to are shootings and they're gang related, and other, you know, the gang members from that side are all around you, and you're filming their friend that got shot, or the mother of one of their gang members got shot. You know, so it's a female that's been shot. She may not be the gang member, but she's got, you know, kids and stuff, and they all got into a shooting, and she's the innocent bystander that got shot. And then there you are filming. They don't like the news, you know. They don't like being on camera and stuff like that. So it can be dangerous. So yeah, you know, so it's not just the officers we're worried about pushing us back from the scene to where we can't film. And like I said, the officers here in Bakersfield are good. You know, some might be kind of moody, but that's all it is. It's just, you know, moody, been dealing with, you know, the bad guys all night and hadn't had any good, you know, interactions with the public. But other than that, they've been pretty good. Again, we have 3 agencies in town. You know, we got city, county, CHP, highway patrol. So, you know, I just say it's a box of chocolates, honestly. And then, yeah, I don't do dumb questions here. You know, there are dumb questions, but I've never had a viewer ask one. I've always hated when someone says there's no such thing as a dumb question. Yes, there is, but none of my viewers have ever asked one. So you can ask questions, it's all good. We get lots of accidents. Jackson, you want me to call you Jackson or Davis? Because sometimes the names are reversed. And I usually just call people by whichever name's first that shows up to me on Facebook. But we have some accidents. Let's see. I went to one earlier, but I never did go live because the tech unit parked right in front of me. I don't think they did it on purpose, but I was like, dude, bro, you parked right in front of me, like right in front of my shot, and ruined it. I was about to go live like early, and then it was ruined, so I didn't. Jackson, all right, bud. So we didn't go live then. Yeah, and it was a non-injury, but it was just like the car was all up on the sidewalk and hit the power or the light pole. You know, it was kind of a cool shot, and I was gonna go live with that shot, but then this dude totally parked right in front of me. I was like, come on. It sucked. But am I missing anything? Yeah, we're at a store. It's a Valero. It's a gas station on the other side. We're behind it. We're technically not on their corner property there. This is just a staging spot, and I'm parked here, and there's a fence behind me, and I can kind of see if anyone's coming up behind me from the sides. So it's kind of a safe spot. In terms of if anyone walks up on me, I kind of can see them coming. And it's out of the way, so, you know, if you're going to walk over here, like, you got to walk over here. So, it's just one of the staging spots. It's central in our town where the calls might go off. The area, the zip code that we're in, is where the majority of shootings happen in this town. But, like, right now, I'm not expecting any shootings tonight. You know, they probably would have happened already anyways.
521 close 4.
Okay, close 4.
So thanks, Callie. Share the feed when we actually get some action, because people are going to come in and leave. We got no action. There's no reason to share the feed right now. Share it when we get a call. Because people come in, they see no action, they leave. But you share the feed when we get the call. When we're on our route to something. That's when to share. You just gotta remind me to remind you. You gotta call it out when we're going. Because I'll forget because I'm driving. I'll be trying to navigate. So Jackson, I don't have any special cut footage, but I've been on some accidents and I've got, I tend to stay on scenes longer than anyone else. And so you'll see, like, I've got some footage of me watching some tow trucks load some cars up and stuff. So I don't have it. I don't know where they're at. They were all last year, I know that. So you can find some footage, but like I don't have it categorized where it's easy. It's just part of a live stream. So thanks for tuning in though, Caden. And if you can't hang out tonight, that's cool, dude. Join us tomorrow and we'll get some action. You know, we're bound to get some action tomorrow, but it definitely this week, like next week and the weeks after, is when it's really going to start picking up and be more busy. Like right now, the county's got something going on. They got code, but I didn't hear where they were at. And it's probably a domestic. I feel like it's going to be a domestic situation, and we don't go to domestics. There are a few rare occasions, but it's more like a situational, case-by-case basis if we're going to do an exception to a domestic. Otherwise, we don't do domestics. So they got 2 people detained on the county. So they're code 4, they're going to clear the code. Yeah, Ruth, Callie is cool. Callie is the one that got me my first big boost on followers. So Callie Field is the OG streamer here in Bakersfield. He's the original, and he got me my first big boost by sharing his viewers. When he got off the live, he told them to come over to me. So that was my first big boost. So there's some sort of something on Union. They said assault, but it occurred on Union, but they're at a different location. So there's really, man, it's dead. Wow. Come on.
323 Mariposa Avenue, the cross of Dawn, C124 060, David, in the area if you want to help.
Mariposa and Dawn. So we're going to Mariposa and Dawn, but the assault occurred on Union Avenue. So sheriff, they're code 4, but they're asking for additional unit in the 2 zone, which is the east side for the sheriff's department, Metro. Gas, let's see. I think I filled up with 360 something today. where I got gas. 379 is definitely a possibility in town. So it varies within, you know, say 20 cents. From gas station to gas station, depending on what brand and all that kind of stuff. You want to send some gas out? Because I'm sure it's cheaper where you are.
Westbound Action Family Counseling.
I bet it's like 50 cents in Tennessee.
2431 D David for cardiac complaint.
407 Helen.
You're probably like what, 89 cents, $1 in Tennessee.
Update the location to 320.
Metro 5, switching to 3.
359 in North Dakota.
5 switching to 3.
Might as well be here. 26 cents for premium. Are you kidding me? You're lying. There's no way. 26. At $30 a gallon for race fuel. Oh, 273.
Being related, the victim advised that it occurred at Union. He then fled. There was no insurance call back times 2. We're attempting to get his description from our RPM verified.
Alright, victim fled for that Mariposa 242 that happened on Union. The RP fled. They're trying to recontact. $259. $315, $320. Okay. Yeah, I don't get premium. I get the cheapest. Right now, we're running on 7-Eleven gas. I would like to run on Chevron gas, but the wife won't let me. She says it's too expensive. I have no idea how late I'm going to stay live. I'm about ready to turn it off because there's no action. We'll go home and pout.
543, 415 on
543, 415 on
2407 is late.
Boring out here.
4 for the 415 verbal. 2407 is late. Harmony Adam.
Well, I mean, if you can afford it, Caden, why not? J-Dog. J Snout.
California P. Adam on a unlicensed Chevy SUV.
Units Roger Mariposa. Victim is wearing no shirt, black pants.
No shirt, black pants for the Mariposa. It's in the county, so it's probably South Union. We try not to go that far out unless there's a good call. The only bills I got is my car payment, so heck yeah. Must be nice, man. Must be nice. I would love if we were making enough money where I can get a different car that is equipped where I can put in all the police scanners and all that kind of stuff, you know. Callie's got himself a Crown Vic. There's another guy that's got another Crown Vic. And their design, you know, they're retired police interceptors, so they can, you know, the companies who make police equipment, they build them for police interceptor Crown Vics. So you can get special center consoles that are designed to fit the radios and stuff. all the equipment, the wiring, all that is a special setup. So the other thing is, as much as I like a stick shift, an automatic would be a lot easier to drive and hold my iPad and everything else. So
32 10416 Rosedale Highway, T10219 D David, Unit C as in Charles, for no patient, PPE recommended.
I know where to get the auction cars. Okay, I know where to find them. I just don't have the money, period. But it would be nice. I would rather be running in a special streaming car, so to speak, you know, work car, so that I can park it, and then when I go out on personal business, I don't take my own car that people would recognize. So I don't have any markings on the car. I don't have any markings on my car, so you know, I drive around, you know, going to these calls and seeing that they don't see the name on the side to know who I am, that I'm, you know, media, until they get close enough to see like the camera, you know, the phone on the dash and stuff like that, you know, the laptop. So unless they see that, so they don't know if I'm just another civilian, so to speak, or if I'm a streamer. And yeah, Callie's Crown Vic looks nicer. It doesn't sag. It doesn't have a droopy ass end.
Her home, somewhere in the area. He's a 20-year-old male, approximately 5'8", Hispanic, no shirt, bleeding from the face. We're gonna check the area. If you get advised, that's
all right, medical is gonna check the area for that guy that apparently got hit in the face or something, bleeding from the head. That's the Mariposa one.
10-4, terrorist in South Union.
Medical's in the area. The guy left. Large 416? We need 415. L Street.
Coffee Road in Snout. It'll be on the northwest corner in the new construction home. 2 subjects, an unraised male wearing a gray jacket and blue jeans, and an unraised female wearing black clothing, seen entering the property and taking materials.
Block 10-4 from Crazy Mohawk.
01971.
There is not a large 415 going because Air 1 would be going to it.
601 car 3. 601 car 3.
Oh, now you want me to get out and clean the parking lot. So, like, I don't mind hanging out with you guys, but just there's no action. And I know that most people leave. So.
601 Pop 3.
601.
601. 601 Power 3. Can you check
601.
601. 601 Power 3. Can you check Tony on me?
Caden, I do drive around, but when I'm driving, I can't read the comments. So that's one of the reasons why I park and stage, so I can interact with you guys more. And then also to help me try to pay attention to the scanners while I'm interacting with you guys. So I've been known to miss calls.
Black Mountain Lane.
on the phone advising
Early
he did not
30s,
see a
white
firearm
dark
put
colored
the
So
clothing
I don't have a dispatch. There's another streamer in town that has a dispatch.
early 30s, white dark colored
He put together a dispatch, and it's basically people that like you know, like the old ways are like people would listen to scanners, right? Like people have been listening to scanners for years, and they just like they hear what's going on in town or in their area, stuff like that. If you live on the mountains, if you live up in the mountains, you listen into the fire station if there's a fire in the area, you know, things like that. You
6052, that information.
anyways, you listen, you know, to scanners and stuff.
6052, that
So
information.
he put together a dispatch with people who listen to scanners, and they type in the calls for him. So I try to see if anyone would want to help out like that and listen. You know, obviously it helps if you're local, because you gotta be where you can hear the scanners. Some people, like, I kind of bring visually what you hear on the scanner. So if you're listening to a scanner call and you're like, oh, I hear this, but then I show it to you visually. I go to the scene for you. But anyways, so I've been in talks with the other streamer who has a dispatch, and they say they're you know, they're supposed to bring me in, and that will greatly help my response to different calls. So trying to work that out, and just trying to, you know, see when that comes around. That will greatly increase my responses to calls, because I miss a lot because I don't have all the scanners that I need. I got some basics and I got different channels split, but someone who's sitting at home watching the stream, you know, they don't have to watch my stream, but they're watching someone's stream, and they got their scanners on, and they type in the address. Because my number one problem is I might hear the call, but I miss the address.
When one becomes available.
That was my biggest problem, is I'll miss the call, or I'll hear the call, but I'll miss the address. Because the very first thing they do is put out the address, and then they put out the call, and I'm like, I didn't know it was a good call until after they said it, and then I went, okay, well, where's it at? And then it's like that was the first thing they said.
Oh, Ocean James.
So anyways, that's my biggest problem, is I missed the address, and so a dispatch would help with that. Writing that down so I can refer to it and punch it in, because I ride by myself. Other streamers, they have other people that ride with them. So when you have someone who rides with you, that person could be listening for the address and writing it down or whatever, and they also can, you know, punch in the GPS for you, and then again watch the GPS and say, oh, we're turning at the next left, you know, things like that, so I can focus on driving. So when you're out here by yourself, it's a little harder to juggle everything in your lap. So a dispatch will be very helpful. So this other person in town is wanting to help me out, because I am a smaller guy. I'm just waiting for him to plug me in. But like I said, I try to make my own, but I just don't have that following and that support. You guys are, you know, hanging out here are my biggest supporters, by watching and sharing and liking. That helps. And for those who can, they sign up to be a monthly supporter on the Facebook, because we're not monetized anywhere else. Well, we are on Twitch, but most people don't sign up over there. But you know, thank you and a shout out to my supporters on Facebook who do the monthly subscription. I appreciate you guys. That helps. But the more the merrier. It takes a village to raise, you know, a kid. It takes a village to support a streamer. So I just don't have those numbers. So we need to get our numbers up. The more people we have, the more support. You know, and the more reach from the shares, the more reach we'll get. but
Metro 5.
when it's slow like this, it's hard to get that reach. People see it and then they leave, or they don't stay.
Can I get a new
So,
case number for a misdemeanor warrant?
misdemeanor warrant.
Metro 5, Channel 3.
Amy is not going to make you a moderator.
6 Metro 5, standing by.
Background to KMC mileage 0.5.
An ultimate sleeper.
40040.
I don't know what an ultimate sleeper is either. Is that a some sort of camper? Great. Let's see. Did I miss some stuff?
6052, I copy 1097 for 3, no shots heard in the area.
Waste a lot of gas. Yeah, right now.
6052, I copy
Colorado
1097
3,
from
confirmation we're just
Australia.
off of the railroad tracks and we haven't heard any shots either.
How temperature is in your country?
Colorado 3,
7
confirmation we're
Celsius.
just off of the railroad tracks and we haven't heard any shots either.
Is that Austria or Australia? That's got to be Austria because it's -7. And Australia is hot. So Austria. I don't think I've had anyone from the Eastern Europe. So welcome. We are at 60 degrees Fahrenheit, and it is 12:44 in the morning here. So welcome, Gunther. You should put out an advertisement. I did, but I hear you. Being underneath someone else's thumb, but that person wants to. That person's offered, and I don't want to say no to someone who wants to help support. And I'm not going to be under them. I'm going to still be Black Snout. They're just connecting me so I can see the calls. And that it will help me respond to calls because they have their own show, and like I said earlier with Caden, I think that's the first time he's heard it. We're different flavor ice cream. People watch me for my flavor, and then people watch Califield for his flavor, and people watch others for their flavor. So I mean, same show, we might be at the same scene sometimes. Sometimes we'll go to different scenes. What's up, Jackson, on Twitch? So, only one RP on a shots heard usually means it's if a shot was actually fired, it's usually in the air, or it's but it's usually not that bad. It can be, but usually when there's one RP, it's usually not that bad. And if it's not that bad, we don't respond. You gotta wait for shots fired, multiple RPs, and then if there's obviously if anyone's hurt, then they're transferring over to medical. But if there's no one hurt, but there's like multiple RPs, then yeah, there probably was a real shooting. So you just never. You kind of learn when you listen to these calls. If you go, all right. I mean, it always could be a serious enough call to go to, but you can't jump on every single call. So you gotta kind of listen to it. And I don't know why anyone would make an angry face. I can't see those angry faces.
6 Metro 6, we're in contact.
Metro 6, I copy in contact code 4.
6 Metro 6, we're in contact, code 4.
Metro 6, I copy in contact code 4.
I mean, I can get on my laptop and I don't see anything. I don't see any likes either, quite frankly. But that's fine. We were just and look, I'm not the only one staging here. All right, I got Ghost Rider on my right, and I got another streamer on my left. So, you guys saw them drive by. If they're here, there's really nothing going on.
6018 Prosperity
You
Lane.
know
Process
nothing's going
pilot.
on if they're here.
5501 C Charles. For blood pressure check.
6 Valley 50.
018 Prosperity Central.
Yeah, it's really dead.
Blood pressure check call for suicidal subject 2129 Chester Avenue, the Get Bus Terminal. Will be a Hispanic male, 31 years old, wearing a pink shirt, blue pants, requesting a
Hey everybody, I think Ghost Rider is watching. Say hi to Ghost Rider, everyone. I want to see some hellos to Ghost Rider, please. I think he might be watching the stream here. Let's say hello to Ghost Rider, see if he's watching.
Control Southern 3 Support, same seat. Same 3, that's fine.
There is a little delay. I'm waiting for him to react. But I didn't see anybody really say hi. There we go. Hi, Ghost Rider. Thank you, Carla. Over on YouTube side. I mean, I think he's on Facebook side, but that's cool. You gotta give a shout out on every channel, because you never know what side he's on. Laura, Ghost Rider is a guy that follows another streamer around town and kind of watches his back. He does it on his own, but he'll watch anyone's back. I think, you know, he's a nice guy. Talk to him. But he mostly follows another streamer around and watches his back, you know, from around the corner, a couple blocks back, you know, that kind of thing. And he likes to go to the scenes too, and he watches in his vehicle. He watches in his vehicle, you know, on his phone and stuff, and he also will scout calls and see if a call is good. While that streamer's on a different call, he'll go out and check on a call and see if it's good, and then tell them, you know, what the scene is, and then they'll come out if it's good. So I like to call it, he rides ghost. He's in the ghost position. I don't think he's watching. He might have been watching the other stream. I mean, he doesn't watch me. He has stopped in and said hi, but he watches the other stream, obviously. Hey, I had everyone say hi to you.
Oh, I missed it. I wasn't watching.
I said, let's see if he's watching or not.
No, I wasn't. They got me earlier on his show. I walked over and said hi, man. It was just going by for a while. I was like, I started trying to keep up hitting likes, and I was like, I can't do it.
Students respond for suspicious circumstances 4800 Fruitvale Avenue, the Valley Baptist Church.
Valley Baptist?
Section people way, 2 subjects in black clothing carrying backpacks and flashlights.
He wound up out by himself too, and I'm no good at trying to stay home anyways.
Is he still alone in there? Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't you just ride with him?
That's what they were saying too. I don't know. Well, the one time I did get in there, now there is some stage fright that goes along with it. But the one time I did get in there, I was in the back seat, and every time I looked down at the phone, I felt like I was out deep sea fishing. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, not that back seat.
No.
Nope.
I mean, and it takes a bit. I don't think I've ever been car sick, but that was the first time I felt nauseous trying to read the comments and
Yep.
in the back seat. No way.
You don't try to read when you're in that back seat.
And it was a late start. It would have been a where to leave the Jeep at, and I'm like,
Right here.
I'll just follow you around. Oh yeah, nobody'd find it here.
No.
No, I'd hate to show back up to it redecorated or fooled with.
Yep, it'll be like summer vacation.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
474.
Yeah. Turns out the other streamer who usually has a car full is by himself tonight, so Ghost Rider's been running around following him on his scenes. Thank you all for saying hello to Ghost Rider, though.
3535 Stein Road, apartment 157. Will be a second class of Richard Guest, Hispanic male, 30 years old, right black hat, gray t-shirt, dark jeans,
My
390.
family laughs at me because they got the camera out at Christmas time. I go in the other room. I don't know how I wound up out here other than the scanner.
The same way I did. I'm behind the camera. He just said when his family gets the camera out at Christmas, he goes into the other room. You know, camera shy. And I said, he says you didn't know how he ended up out here. And I said the same way I did. I'm behind the camera. So yeah, he was riding he tried to do a ride along once and was in the back seat. And when you're riding along, you're part of the show. And so you try to keep up on the comments. And when you're riding in the back, you get that car signal.
David Robert John 724 on a white Pontiac SUV. Robert John.
I copy David Robert 724 behind the other letter.
So I don't know how long we've been sitting here. It really did die down. It really did die, guys. Like seriously. So we're gonna do 5 minutes. 5-minute countdown. Nothing happens. I'm gonna shut the live down, guys. So.
54B.
Northbound 6404 Dover, please, and across the south.
I didn't tell him.
C10417A Adam for 16.
I didn't tell him who you were.
Oh no, they figured it out already.
6404 Dover, please, 10
That's what I put in at first was hello red Jeep here, and then I see hi Ghost Rider in the comments. I don't know why, but it didn't give me the notification tonight that you were on, so I had to search it.
Oh yeah, it does that.
But for a while there, it was telling me every time you went live. I don't know what. I didn't change anything.
No, it's Facebook. You gotta follow me on Twitter.
Oh, okay, see, I'm not on Twitter. That's
And so and YouTube. So you'll get 3 notifications. So one of them's bound to work.
but I'm watching you on Facebook right now, so you are on.
Hmm?
It's just the notification stops working after a certain time.
They do that. If you don't watch after so many days or whatever, or if I'm not on, and vice versa. Yeah, it's all that algorithm, computer crap.
I'll figure it out then. I'll make sure I check in more often.
I don't know what it is, but I've heard of that happening before to other people. And they say, I didn't get notified. It like automatically turns off, or the setting, I hate Facebook with the, you'll get three notifications, but if there's any more than that, we won't notify you anymore. And certain things will show up on top and all that, So that's why I tell people you got to have all 3, notifications out there: YouTube, Twitch, Twitter. Everyone's on his way to the church on Olive. There were some guys walking around the church on Olive Drive. There's a lot of homeless in that area as well. They're everywhere, but I mean, there's quite a few just like 1 block away is where all the motels are. The Vagabond and the Motel 6 and all that.
That's the I'm 474. No, 4
Metro 2.
474. Thank you.
Metro 3, flag 497 on Cattle Zone, 242 is
404 Dover, place. C10417A Adam
So,
for 16. PP's recommended.
All right, 3 minutes, guys. 3 minutes.
Unit, advise approaching 41.
Hi, Amy. Did you just wake up?
1022 will advise 41.
I bet you hit the rewind, didn't you? Catch up.
672, 1097 agency, mileage 9.9.
So,
672.
we,
602. There's a speed.
there's, you know, obviously activity going on, but it's not calls that we go to. So, thank you everyone for tuning in. I'm going to start my thank you for tuning in speech. Thank you for the new folks, if you're still here. If not, tune in tomorrow and Saturday. We should have some action on Friday and Saturday.
Units, you're covered.
641.
Oh, sorry, copy.
So, thank you to all my thank you to all my supporters. Thank you to everyone who's here, especially the new folks. Thank you to my followers, supporters. You know, the supporters that subscribe and pay the $4.99 a month, you know, renewal. You guys, your support really helps. But for everyone else, you know, donate what you can. And if you can't, share. You know, subscribe. You know, you can support the page that way as well. So we appreciate everyone, and hopefully we will get some more action as the weather changes. When it warms up, we will get a lot more busy. There'll be a lot more calls, and things will happen. It's like a you know, live PD. We can't make you know, we can't make things happen, and we don't have, you know, what, 30, 60 cameras across the nation to switch to whoever's got the most action going on. And the people who do that are restreamers, and I don't like them either, because they take my content while they're sitting at home on their butts, on their couch, grabbing everybody else. You know, I'm out here spending my gas money. I had to buy the equipment.
Union Avenue, number 21. Also
And they're sitting home grabbing everyone else's footage and sharing it, and then people donate to them. So I don't like restreamers. They're lazy, and it's not original content. So thank you for watching me, the original Black Snout, and thanks for tuning in. It is 1 o'clock straight up. All right, guys, we're gonna end the stream. It's a slow night, guys. Thank you for tuning in. We will see you guys tomorrow night. Be safe out there. Don't take unnecessary risks. Wear your mask on the safe side. Who cares if they make you do it? Just do it anyways. You know, it doesn't hurt to wear a mask. Stay home if you can, and tune in tomorrow night. Thank you all. Have a good night.